Hmm. Yes, dear young friends, welcome and thanks. Good that in front of you I am given a chance to just think and talk on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is giving me also beautiful ideas to manage life for betterment successes. And I am sure, if not all, at least few thoughts you are able to grasp, appreciate. And my request suggestion is spend some time in contemplating on this so that you get clear understanding and conviction. Another suggestion is what? Out of 100 things learned, at least one or two which are learned by you or liked by you most, start implementing them. Thus, slowly mold your inner personality suitable for your own external duties and perform them in such a manner that you will never see the failure at all. Let us take this as a challenge. Studying Gita challenge. Understanding Gita's guidance challenge. Getting conviction of it is a challenge. Trying to implement them is a challenge at every cost. And thus challenge of succeeding in all challenges and efforts. And I wish you all the best. Congratulations. Keep it up. Now you can see the difference in your maturity understanding now and what were you before you came to Gita classes. Continue karo I say, don't stop. Let us finish the whole Gita without stopping. And even after that, some other texts we study. See, you are understood now. You have tuned now to half an hour, 40 minutes of listening every day. To manage your day's schedule like this throughout life. Never be away from this knowledge of our Shastras given by our avatars or the gurus, etc. The moment we go away from this continuous input or knowledge, mind starts functional, starts dominating with all its projections, imaginations. Or else we have no authority of Shastra with us. Therefore, we take other people as authority for our knowledge and decision, who themselves are at very low level of knowledge. That is God getting misguided by the people around. When we have guidance given by Krishna and Gita, hold on to that and make life beautiful. Why do you want to deny it and get the misguidance from people and failing later on, blaming everyone around? कोई लेगा नहीं हमारे blame को, तुम्हारे वजह से मैं fail हो गया कल. If you say to someone tomorrow, none will accept. एंड नेवर कृष्णा एक्सपेक्ट्स यू टू थैंक हिम कि ये कृष्णा आपकी वजह से मैं गीता सीख कर अपनी जिंदगी को संवार लिया. कृष्णा दिस व्हाट आई एम डूइंग फ्रॉम राइट बिगिनिंग ऑफ क्रिएशन. आई डोंट नीड योर थैंक्स. आई एम नॉट हियर फॉर थैंक्स. आई एम ओनली हियर टू हेल्प यू, सर्व यू. Others won't receive complaints. Bhagavan doesn't want gratitude. Either get guidance of Bhagavan and with that authority grow in life, or get misguided of the world and get frustrated. सोचो कौन सा बेटर है. Okay. Today also we'll be doing three things. First Hanuman Chalisa learning one shloka. Yesterday was beautiful. उसका conclusion आज होगा. Then we'll have our one common sense thought, little Gambhira it is. So to Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter. Today we'll conclude that shloka and take up the next one also, which is in sequence of that shlokas number 24, 25 and the 26. So 26 शायद हम पाठ करेंगे. 25 के लास्ट 2 पॉइंट्स. ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं, 10-15 मिनट ही कर कर we will leave you. So let us start. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. These are our everyday shlokas. Today let us learn हनुमान चालीसा चौपाई नंबर मेरे ख्याल में 7 नहीं 8. 7 we have seen yesterday. So let us chant up to that seven. Seventh meaning, eighth one, and seventh, eighth together, 11 times chanting. Okay. Omata Sri Goswami Tulsidas Virachita Sri Hanuman Chalisa Namaka Siddha Grantham Om Doha Sri Guru Charana Saro Jaraja Nijamana Mukura Sudhari Varana Ragubara Bimala Jasu Jodayak Falachari Buddhihina Tanujanike सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार चौपाई जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपी सतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नाम महावीर विक्रम भजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेश कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र अरुध्वजा विराजै कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजै शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर. Up to this, yesterday we saw, especially from the seventh Chaupai, secrets of success in our life. 4. First, Vidyavan. Always update your knowledges required in all fields. There is no alternative for their effort. Because with ignorance only we commit mistakes and we suffer. And when others are more wiser than us, they overtake us and they succeed. Therefore, Vidyavana Banu. Here, Vidya actually is Atma Vidya, but we talk about all our knowledges. So, what are the knowledges? Vyavaharika knowledge, professional knowledge, Vyaktitva Vikasa knowledge, spiritual knowledge. It's Charo Vidya. Vidyavan. Hanuman is Vidyavan. He has spent time to study, learn. You and I don't read books, don't listen to the lectures of Mahatmas. वही सिनेमाएं देखते हैं जिसमें only entertainment. Some dialogue, some funny thing. There's no logic or rhyme or rhythm. They're not spiritual people or highly knowledgeable. They are all conceiving of directions, movies. उनका entertainment होता है. Go through, but then listen to lectures of Mahatmas who give Vidya. Study such great Vidyavala books. Read the entire literature of Adi Shankar Bhagavan, of Puja Gurudev, of Swami Vivekananda. You will become Vidyavan. So many things you will come to know. Daily half an hour, Zindagi bhar you have to read books. Good books, not nonsense. Books by only the realized masters, only great saints. The Ramana Maharshi, the Aravindos, Ramakrishna, Vivekananda. These are the great Mahatmas, Gurudev, Paramaguru, Tapan Maharaj, Adi Shankara's literature, Vyasa Bhagavan. ये सब पढ़ो. Don't read any book which is written by anybody translating or commenting. That won't give you the required in-depth or inspiration. It only a academic study. You just browse through the book. 1 घंटा ट्रेन लेट है, 20 रुपए किताब खरीदा और वहां पढ़ के उनको ही भेज दी. Not those type of books. Very good spiritual. Okay, become Vidyavana. I told you. Guni. So too we have to have all the good gunas in us. Guna of love, guna of tolerance, guna of acceptance, guna of karuna, guna of helping nature. ये सब नहीं है ना, जिंदगी हमारा संभल नहीं जाएगा, बिगड़ जाएगा, फिसल जाएगा, खिसक जाएगा, फंस जाएगा. गुणी जरूर बनना. You all are Vidyavan, but when it comes to guna, you don't have. You don't know even common sense gunas of respecting gratitudes to your own parents. What a pathetic condition, useless fellows. Not even a gunas to tolerate your own brothers and sisters. You understand? No guna to help your own so-called friends. And the gunas of saints and worshipping saints and sages, ये कब आना चाहिए? I don't know how these jivas are born nowadays. But you are my children, you definitely have at least few definite good gunas. Helping at home, being loyal and responsible in the given jobs. All these sadgunas we have to have. Entire guna list of Rama we can see in the first 15-16 shlokas of Valmiki Ramayana. Around More than 50-60 gunas of Rama are told. It is why Ram ji ko कहते हैं मंगलम कौशलेंद्राय महनीय गुण अब्धये, ocean of very many great qualities. सो कोन्वस्मिन् साम्प्रतं लोके गुणवान् कश्च वीर्यवान् धर्मज्ञश्च कृतज्ञश्च सत्यवाक्यो दृढव्रतः चारित्रेण च को युक्तः कश्चैकप्रियदर्शनात्मवान् को चिदक्रोधः धृतिवान् को न सूयकः कस्य बिभ्यति देवाश्च जातरोषस्य संयुगे इक्ष्वाकुवंश प्रभो राम नाम श्रुतः श्रुतिमान् श्रुतिमान् वाग्मी श्रीमान् शत्रुनिबर्हण विपुलांशो महाबाहु कम्बुग्रीवो महाहनुः. Like that, a huge list of all gunas of Rama. So to Prahladaji's gunas, so to Raja Pruthu's gunas, so to Parikshitji's gunas, so to the great gunas of Nachiketa. They are all widespread. In Gita also, Sthila Prajna gunas, the Jnani gunas, the Bhaktas gunas, the Daivi Sampada gunas, exhaustively is explained. 13th chapter, Amanitvam, Adamitvam, Ahimsa, Kshanti, Rajam, we are going to study. Second chapter already we studied. Prajatida, Kaman, Sarvan, Parthamanavatan. 12th में हम देखेंगे अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्र करुणेवा. Again 16th we see अवयम सत्व संशुद्धि ज्ञान योग व्यवस्थिति. So हनुमान जी की तरह विद्यावान बनो गुणी बनो. Then अति चातुरः. What is chaturata? Where the emotions of the guna to be used for succeeding in work, where the vidya, the knowledge, intellection to be used to succeed in work, that chaturata we should have. अति चातुर. हर जगह शक्ति नहीं चलता है, हर जगह अकल नहीं चलता है, कभी कभी झुकना भी पड़ता है. Stoop to conquer. We should know that is called chaturata. In life, chaturata is in succeeding, chaturata in being happy. Chaturata is not, there's no chaturata. Best by having this knowledge or power, don't know where to use, what to use, fight with everyone. With all knowledge, we fight with others. Are the other fellow is not ready to understand your knowledge. Ruko na, nahi, chaturata nahi. It's like a chatura husband never fights with the wife and gets every work done from her. A non-chatura husband goes on dominating and gets kicked every day. He makes a house naraka only. So to a wife, a chatura wife, she knows how to tap husband and get from him what's required. A non-chatura wife really insists on him on that which he cannot do, then they are always fighting. So a chatura guru knows what the disciple can receive, that alone he gives and he is happy, disciple is happy. A non-chatura guru tries to mold the disciple in such a way where he cannot get molded, then guru gets disappointed. Everywhere so. So chaturata is where to use jnanam, where to use bhakti. Always remember, jnanam we have to apply on ourselves, prema we have to show it for others. Ruthlessness we should have on ourselves with all disciplines, some consideration, compassion, forgiveness we have to have for others. Then only life will be better. This type of correct, mature understanding is called a chaturata. So vijnana guni adi chatura. Then next one, Rama Kaja Karibeko Atura. We told yesterday there is only Kama Karya or Rama Karya. If you are busy in Kama Karya, it will destroy you. If you are taking up Rama Karya, it will not only eliminate the Kama Karya from your life, but Rama Karya is our own Karya. Therefore, we get developed and do the service of Rama. Hanuman is always in a readiness to serve Lord Rama. That's the meaning of Rama Karya Kariveko Atura. Okay? Now, 7th one is done. 8th one today also has 2 lines chaupai. It adds to the continuum of what was in earlier. So you are Vidyavan, yeah, you are Guni, yeah, you are Atichatur. So with Chaturata, you have decided to do Ramakarya, and with Chaturata in the Ramakarya, when to use knowledge, when to use prema, you have done it. With all that, you have finished Ramakarya, let us say, of today. Uska baad kya kare? Should we enter into Kamakarya? Like you and I, after finishing your study, go for some TV, some bhoga, and disturb our mind's beauty and create all vasanas and all. Does the way Hanumanji lives? Is that the way? On the name of time pass and entertainment, we destroy our minds and waste our time? No. When the Ramakarya is over, you know what Hanumanji does immediately? That is what is the 8th chaupai. Let us chant it 3 times. I'll explain to you. We'll chant 11 times. Then you make it 108, your target 180. What is that? Prabhu Charitra Suniveko Rasya Rama Lakhana Sita Manavasya. Prabhu Charitra Suniveko Rasya Rama Lakhana Sita Manavasya. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. These are the other two things Hanumanji does to protect his mind once he has done Ram Karya. जब फ्री टाइम मिलता है क्या करना चाहिए? प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया. With all the rasa aswadana, enjoying with full faith and interest, he goes on listening to Prabhu Charitra. Yatra yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam, I taught you that shloka. Tatra tatra Kutamastakāļanim, Bhashpavari Paripurnalochanam. With tears in eyes, he goes on listening to Ramakatha wherever it's happening. So Prabhu Charitra Suniveko Rasya. I told you the other day, if I talk my Charitra, ego grows. If I talk the world Charitra, the likes, dislikes, all nonsense enters in the mind. If you do the Prabhu Charitra, Prabhu's Mahima you will know, then the devotion for him is grows. With the devotion, whatever worships you do, he will bless us for your outer success and inner success. This is why we have to always, whenever free, go on listening to Prabhu Rama Charitra, Krishna Charitra, their Leelas. How they have developed, protected the bhaktas, how they have eliminated non-positive people. Most importantly, like Rama Ityadi, how they were always in the work of establishing righteousness, dharma only. तो यह प्रभु चरित्र मीन्स श्री राम जी से जन्म से लेकर अवतार समाप्ति तक listen all that how Bhagwan Rama was fulfilling all his dharma. For that he was ready to sacrifice the comforts of the palace in Ayodhya, ready to go through all difficulties of jungle, etc. So this is called Prabhu Charitra. Ram ji क्या है ना धर्म के वो रामो विग्रहवान धर्म. Bhagwan is prema swarupa. Bhagwan is jnana swarupa. So through listening to Prabhu Charitra, in that his gunas will learn, and also how he blessed his own devotees, we also become devotee to be get blessed by him. हनुमान जी हमेशा भगवान के चरित्र को सुनते ही रहते हैं. And whole world is भगवान के चरित्र only. Everything in this world seems beautiful. If you are wise enough, you know it is Bhagwan's glory only. It's his vibhuti it is. These are all very subtle spiritual thoughts. You may not accept right now. Now, never mind. This much is understood. रोज आप थोड़ा देर भगवान की महिमाओं को बताने वाला कुछ भागवत रामायण सुनो. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवे को रस. Through that, what should happen? Rama Lakshmana Sita Manavasya. Dono. In his heart, he makes Rama Lakshmana Sita established. And with his prema and seva, he also is there in the Hridaya of Sri Rama, Sri Lakshmana, Sri Sita Mata. All the three of them have the respect, that prema to Hanumanji. Rama has got prema karunya vatsalya. Sita also has got vatsalya. Lakshmanji has adara for Hanumanji because he has helped him so much. राम कार्य में बहुत मदद किया हनुमान जी ने. केवल इन तीनों के हृदय में हनुमान जी रहते हैं. बट मोर इंपॉर्टेंट इज इन हिज हार्ट हनुमान जी पुट्स राम लक्ष्मण एंड सीता. दैट इज व्हाई इन द लास्ट आल्सो इन द आखिरी वाला दोहे में भी वही कहते हैं राम लखन सीता मयि बसिया राम लखन सीता सहिता हृदय बसहु सुरभूप. Okay, therefore how many things are over? First, vidyavan, gain the knowledge and know what is your goal to do. Guni, have all the gunas also so that you don't create the world as your enemy. Ati chatura, be wise enough to use the knowledge or the values or devotion or love to accomplish the positive goals. So, after having achieved that, Rama Kaja Karibeka Atura, always be use your Vidya Guna Ityadi to do the Rama Karya only. Rama Karya is again Dharma Samsthavana. Then uske baad Rama Charitra, Prabhu Charitra Suniveko Rasya, have the Rasaswadana enjoyment of listening to Prabhu Charitra only. Through this, Rama Lakshmana Sita Manavasya. You be in the heart of Rama Lakshmana Sita, make them also stay in your heart. And always throughout life, remember, Rama represents Jnanam. Sita Mata represents Bhakti. Lakshmana Swami represents Vairagya Yukta Seva, detachment and service. You know, Lakshmana was full Vairagya those 14 years and only did service to Rama and Sita. Sita Mata's Bhakti for Rama. Rama is Jnanam, what to do at what time. तो श्री राम लक्ष्मण सीता हमारे हृदय में आना अर्थ क्या है? श्री राम लक्ष्मण सीता को बिठा के उनका उपासना करते हुए एज ए भगवान, along with that, not only symbolism, along with Rama Lakshmana Sita in the heart, Rama Rupi Jnana, Lakshmana Rupi Vairagya and Seva, Sita Rupi Bhakti also should be filled in our heart. That is the glorious life of a human being. But who is teaching all these things nowadays? Therefore, they have become an alien subjects. And you, the youngsters, when I want to teach or anybody like us, ये तो बूढ़े लोगों के लिए हमारे लिए जरूरत है नहीं है करके, you go and waste your time in unwanted indulgences and sowing the seed to a destructive life in the future, immature life in the future, life indulgent only in the indulgences wala destruction, never ever rising above either in spirituality or all divinities. You being our children, गीता के बच्चे हैं आप, आपको ऐसे गलत जिंदगी में नहीं जाना. Exactly what Hanuman ji did, same you do. Become Vidyaman, Bhagavan Guni, be Ati Chatura, and always be ready to do Ramakarya. Once that is over, Prabhu Charita Sunve Korasya, always ensure that good amount of authentic knowledge and good amount of devotion and love and readiness to serve with detachment called Lakshmana, all of them are in our heart. Is it not? When you have knowledge, the representative of Rama, then you can never take wrong decisions. When you have prema and bhakti, you can win the hearts of everyone. When you are serving, you don't depend on others. And when you are detached, that time also you are not a slave to anybody. Lakshman ji is not a slave to anyone because it's Vairagi. He doesn't depend on anybody because he does the Vairagya Seva. So Vairagya Seva is Lakshmana, Prema and Bhakti is Sita Mata, Jnanam and maturity is Sri Ramji. Those good qualities along with भगवान राम लक्ष्मण सीता के प्रति भक्ति हमारे हृदय में हनुमान जी की तरह होना चाहिए. These are the ways of secrets of successful life. Successes in chosen fields is one thing. Life itself becoming successful is another thing. So life becomes successful whether we accept or not, only spiritually. Other things are our imagined successes. I want to become doctor, lawyer, engineer. ये तो आपके मन मौजी मस्ती है, कर लो. But real success is in spiritual growth. Yeah? That is enough for the day. Let us chant this mantra 11 times. You add 97, make 108. 1080 times, you must do Hanuman Chalisa. Start. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. These two the chaupai go together actually. विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबेको आतुर. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. Tomorrow we'll see how we have to adjust our personality depending on the situation to conquer. It should not be a stubborn, stiff, arrogant ego. Then you can never be able to be flexible to mold yourself to succeed. Those beautiful things in tomorrow's chanting we'll learn. Thank you. Hanuman Chalisa सीख लिया हमने. Now in the common sense thought, what we have to learn are okay, let us do this one. Key common sense thought. Know your abilities and capacities. Point 1. 2. Know your duties. 3. With these abilities and capacities, keep on performing the duty. Stick to that and avoid one very essential thing. What is that? Stressing yourself out. Coming under the enormous amount of pressures and stresses, you protect yourself. Because once we become habituated to stresses and strains, we will be losing all our inner charms and capacities. We enter into slowly a passive state of non-performance and failure in life. Point 1. Point 2. Common sense thought. Where are the stresses you all are getting from? One are necessary stresses, second is unnecessary. Necessary stresses are succeeding in your educations as well as succeeding in your career. Unnecessary stresses are when you are involving in the nonsense things and beings of the world. I am just openly telling, nothing to hide here. And as we say, depending on the job given to you, they are giving salary. Depending on the salary given to you, they expect work also. You definitely have the ability to work. But why don't you work? Why do you get stressed up? All your vital energies, capacities, you waste in those sleepless watchings of TV, in that meaningless indulgences in the bhoga, in unwanted gappe with your friends. And we never know, we can never understand unless gurus tell us that through these nonsenses, how much of our vital time energy is not only wasted, mind is getting weakened and distracted. With that weakened and distracted mind, which has no concentration, which has no memory power, which has no any retaining power, etc., that boss gives any work, you forget it, and he gives you the dance, and you feel stressed up there. A overwork they give because the company needs that time, and you are indulgent to you are habituated to the bloody useless indulgences. Therefore, that extra work given appears to be burden to you, and again you feel stressed up. Mummy, Papa tells some work, you get stressed up. Anybody, uncle tells us something to do, you get stressed up. Any घर में सफाई धुलाई करनी है, for that also you get frustrated. How many ways we feel stressed just because of one nonsense that we are not understanding, we are wasting our time and energy in so many unwanted things. Remember, every 5 minutes you watch TV and all, so much of mind's intellect's energy is going away. All these nonsense impressions are becoming coming into the heart. You are becoming dull-witted, impotent, ineffective at your mind and intellect. Your dynamism, activeness is going on. You are becoming lazy. Not doing this, how many hours we spend on unwanted information every day. Now, with all these things, such beautiful abilities, capacities which you had, they're all drained away. Therefore, to do your performing, to do your work, you don't have energies. Therefore, you get stressed. याद रखो, अपने जिंदगी को अपना आप सुंदर बनाना है. By the time 9:30, 10, you must sleep. 4 o'clock they should start. Only that which helps your own health management, career and service management, your own family and all. Only these things you have to do. Never ever involve in anything which drains away your time and energy. Then you say, अब मेरे को इतना ज़्यादा काम. There are people who do 10, 20 works a day and we can't do even one work. How come they manage and we are not? They are matured enough to give value importance only to works and duties. We are a useless bacha log, still involve only in unwanted entertainments, waste our time. And if somebody comes to tell, with arrogance, we retaliate. अपने गलतियों को खुद जानकर समझ संभाल लेना, ठीक कर लेना बच्चे लोग, or at least seek from others guidance and practice it. But don't be in that stressful life. Throughout the day, stress. नींद sufficient नहीं है, stress. खाना sufficient नहीं है, stress. Too much of traveling, stress. Work one after the other, the officer gives stress. They are not at all stresses. For this, the energy required, Bhagavan is already given. Then only you are put in the job. You feel stressed because you are weakened. You have become weak because involved in all unwanted things. Does it mean you should not have entertainment? Ruthlessly spoken, your job alone should be entertainment to you. At the same time, we just give a license to you. Once in a week for half an hour, 1 hour, we should involve. Other than that, all the time, conserving our time, conserving our energies, conserving our dynamism, sharpness, alertness, all that we have to conserve to accomplish the tasks that are given, which will give us promotions and elevations. And you are stressed up and tell to the boss, I can't do the work. नहीं करेगा तो फिर नीचे वाला काम कर, 10,000 तुम्हारा तनख्वाह कम कर रहे हैं. Yeah, you only will select, no, I can't work in this office, work is more, I'll go to other firm. There also you do the same nonsense of wasting time in your TV and eating and sleep. That also work becomes heavy to you. फिर उसको भी छोड़कर और छोटा. Finally, you become ineffective, good for nothing. Instead of giving up these things and growing in that, we don't give it up, and because of stresses and strains, all opportunities we lose and come to a zero level. So today's common sense thought is, know your capacities, know your duties, stick to them only. Don't waste your time and energies in so many unwanted things in such a manner that you are not able to perform your duties. Thus, you are stressed up inside and outside, scolded by the bosses, insulted with others, feeling guilty that I could not do. Why should you feel that guilty? Guilt होना ही नहीं चाहिए. Capacities तो है, but they are wasted. And when we are given freedom, are taken freedom, ना माँ की बात सुनते, ना बाप की बात सुनते हैं, ना कोई गुरु तो है ही नहीं सिखाने को, then in that freedom we are slaves to our own mind. Already we have seen Uddhared Atmanatmanam, na Atmanam Sadhet, Atma eva Atmana Bandhuho, Atma eva Atmana Ripoho, Bandhura Atmanastasya Atma Atmana Jidaha, and Atmana Sujatruti Varted Atma Satruat. All that Geeta has taught us. Common sense thought is this. Always in the charming mood of finishing your work, ready for another work. Not in stressed up in doing even one work. And I say, cricket match dekhte gaye. Then the officer has given the work, you have not done it. Then you are stressed up. रात में फिर दिन 2 बजे तक वो करने बैठते हैं, नींद नहीं आया. Then next day in the meeting you are sleeping. You see, intelligence is in managing the life for its beauty. Intelligence is not in escaping the works, in getting addicted to the nonsense things. That's not. इसे बेवकूफ़ी है तो मूर्खता है. मूर्ख बनकर इंटेलिजेंट बोलते हो, पागल है. Intelligence is in your own self management for your own achievements. Guidances are given, you have to receive them. एक तो इग्नोरेंस है, उसके साथ एरोगेंस है, थर्ड वन आई डोंट वांट टू चेंज एटीट्यूड. ऐसे बंदों को भगवान भी एक कार्टून की तरह देखते हुए हंसते रहेगा. ही विल नॉट इम्प्रूव हिम. Because he knows his fellow is not ready, he is not changeable, he is a changeless entity, he cannot be improved. Should we become like that? Think about yourself. Thank you. Let us come to Geeta. 24, 25 slokas out of 4 sadhanas. 3 we have seen. Third and fourth we'll touch today and conclude. If possible, next sloka also we chant. First, let's chant these two. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geeta Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः आत्मसंयमयोगः. श्रीभगवानुवाच. चतुर्विंशति पंचविंशतमो श्लोकौ. एक ही बार पढ़ेंगे मिलकर एंड विल सी द मीनिंग. 24-25. श्रीभगवानुवाच. संकल्प प्रभवान् कामान् त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः मनसैवेन्द्रियग्रामं विनियम्य समन्ततः शनैः शनैरुपरमेत बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किंचिदपि चिंतयेत. Every word, every of the 4 these tips given for reaching to yoga sthiti on the seat of meditation are precious, $1,000,000. If you can really practice them, you are a yogi. In that yoga sthiti, you can achieve outer successes. You can become a siddha purusha and serve in the world. You can even spiritually also grow. Okay, one by one. Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tyaktva Sarvan Asheshata means a person who want to reach to Yoga Rudha Sthiti, after that want to achieve his goals or spiritually discover the self. He should give up all the kamanas born out of Sankalpa. Even one also he should not hold. Sarvan Asheshataha Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tyaktva. This is the first sadhana. Yesterday we said. All that can be done only when you know that the happiness is in achieving the great goals, happiness is in within, happiness is in not creating desires. See, the moment desire is created, unhappiness has come. Therefore, where is happiness? In the absence of desire. How to do that? Don't allow the desire to come. How? Desire comes from Sankalpa. Therefore, don't do Sankalpa, don't get desire, don't get disturbed and become miserable. See how important is this logic. The moment desire आता है ना, मन डिस्टर्ब हो गया, दुखी हो गया बंदा. It's not that by fulfilling the desire we should find happiness, it is by giving up the desire. And we have discussed it at length in chapter 3. Kamesha, Krodesha, all that. And how to do the dropping of desire? You just see where from it is born, whose birthplace में abortion कर दो, हो गया. Desires are born from संकल्प, है ना? ध्यायतो विषयान पुंसा संगस्तेषु उपजायते. तो संकल्प से कामनाएं बनते हैं. संकल्प मत करो बस. I want this. The moment the sankalpa is done, slowly it becomes a desire. Then you run behind that. Then the mind is agitated, disturbed. You will never get a yogic poise inside. Happiness is to found inside. Happiness is found in achieving great land glories. These sense pleasures, ticklings, don't call them as happinesses. They may be little pleasures, temporary. Behind them having lot of losses. Time is wasted, energy is wasted, distractions are done, duty is not done, regrets are developed, insulted by the society, and the Lord also is not happy with this fellow. How many ways there is a loss you see because of this? Therefore, Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tektva Sarvana Sheshadaha is a huge point. And no, even the people of 80, 90 years also don't listen, don't understand, don't accept, don't practice this. But because you're a part of the Gita I am teaching you, I am bound to teach you. You bound to get it, listen, and it is your choice whether to understand deeply what is said and practice or not. कोई भी संकल्प कामना के लिए नहीं करना. फुल स्टॉप. We already seen काम जानामि ते मूलम संकल्पा त्वं विजायते न त्वं संकल्पयिष्यामि तेन मेन भविष्यसि. ऑल दैट कामना मैनेजमेंट में हमने सब डिस्कस किया. सो फर्स्ट साधना टोल्ड टू यू. Okay, and how to do that? At least in that half an hour you sit for meditation ना, उस समय पहले सोच लो कि I am sitting for meditation to do my ekagrata abhyas on the Bhagavad Pada, on the feet of the Lord, or a lamp, or any form of the Lord, or any shloka, or a meaning, or a japa. This time neither sankalpa nor kamana for this 1 hour I am going to entertain. Like you come to class, I come to class. For 1 hour we can say, I'll not have any sankalpa and kamana. For this 1 hour, I'll only study and teach Geetha, and you also listen and study Geetha. आप करके देखोगे तो पता चलता है कि विदाउट कामना borrowed संकल्प also we can live life, we can do good things, we can learn good things, we can really behave in a better manner. वो हमको पता करना होता है अंदर से कि विदाउट कामना also, without संकल्प और भोग also, life can be lived by living for duty, by doing the services, by having devotion, by having knowledge, by meditation. In so many ways also you can be happy. Who told you that happiness comes only by indulging the objects or the things, that to unrighteous manner? That notion we have to come out of. That barrier or breakthrough we have to achieve. That we can be happy without kama and sankalpa. We can also be happy by service, by duties, by variety of beautiful spiritual sadhanas. इसको हर एक बंदा अपने अंदर पाना चाहिए. Like I find happiness in giving satsangas. Therefore, I don't need to indulge in anything for happiness. I have discovered it. So you also discover. Everybody should discover in nobler things happiness. The ignoble things automatically go away. There is only weakness in us. We never tried for that. Now those who are coming to Gita class, they are trying and learning and succeeding. That in learning also there is happiness. In living a good, noble life also there is happiness. Not necessarily happiness is only in watching TV, in eating these things, in fighting with the people, in bahar घूमना, गप्पे मारना, in all unwanted things. ऐसे ही खुशियां है नहीं है. That only a stupid, ignorant, uninformed fellow lives that wretched life of happiness. Small happiness. Not even happiness, it's only pleasure. This is how we tell to ourselves and give up sankalpa brahman kaman. Second one is what? Manasa eva indriya grama viniyamya samantataha. With the mind not having its own sankalpa and desire, therefore that mind is controlling all the indriyas. None of the jnana indriya, karma indriya go into the world forcefully without telling us, enslaving us. No. Manasa eva indriya gramam viniyamya samantata means all my 10 indriyas should be controlled by my own mind, not allowing them to go to the respective desired places. When I use them, they become useful, or else all the faculties are in their own golaka. These are all called golakas. The holes where the sense organs are there. Remember, the sense organs, etc., are not the subject of the doctor. Doctor subject, physicians is only physiological things they know. The beyond things they can't understand. That is a different science. Like, they can operate the eye, the nervous system of the eye and all. The vision they cannot operate. That vision is something subtler, not achievable by physiological doctors. By the way, I'm just sharing with you. Then the mind is even subtler than that. The self is subtler than all that. It's the subject matter of only spiritual masters, not the physiological doctors or anybody. Now, the topic is manasa eva indriya gramam viniyamya samantata. Now, the third one is important. What is that? You stay with your own self. You don't run into any temptations or attraction. That is called as uparama. Always मैं अपने साथ हूं. That's called uparama. Physically, an example: a person seated in a chair in a flight or in the Rajdhani train. बैठा हुआ है बस, हाथ पैर नहीं हिला रहा है. He is watching the nature, or he is just listening to some music or reading a book. He is uparama. Opposite of it, a child you see in the same train. Try to make him sit on the chair. Can he sit? उसको बाथरूम जाना है, कैटरिंग को अलग जाना है, कुछ खाना है, विंडो में देखना है, पड़ोस से बात करना है, इधर जंप करना है. If you understand the examples, then you understand what is the meaning of uparama and non-uparama. Non-uparama means running from one object to other, one thought to other, one involvement to other, one sankalpa to the other, and all. Uparama means you are with yourself. Be like that sentry. He is uparamita. Or that assistants, vice assistant, bodyguards. Whatever is told, they are ready to do that. They don't have their own choice of going here and there. So shanaihi uparametu. Slowly, slowly reach yourself to a stage of uparama where naturally you are with your own self and doing what is required to be done and not jumping out of your skin to anything which is attractive. Uparama is a great achievement. Like the Katha comes in Bhagavad Purana, that person making an arrow, Isukaraha. And king of that whole kingdom, with all his paraphernalia, sound, music, were passing through that. This arrow maker did not even notice all that. Was he arrogant? No. He was so much engrossed in that work that he was not distracted by all those sounds. That is called Uparama. And you do all that every day. What is that? You are indulgent in TV so much that how much your mother and father are shouting to ask for help, you don't listen only. So this is Uparama, but in a negative manner. Stupids, don't do that. I gave an example. सुनते ही नहीं. The positive meaning of Uparamet means what? Rama means rebel. Upa means near. Uparama means be with yourself. Such Uparamita person, unless somebody comes and tells details, he will not jump out of skill and ask, अच्छा क्या हुआ, कौन है वो, किधर जा रहा है, उसने क्या कहा, इसने क्या किया, उधर क्या हुआ. This is opposite of Uparama. The one Uparamita, he sits, किसी को चाहे बताने तो बताएगा, नहीं तो नहीं. He is calm and quiet. He'll not look into the status all the time and all. किसने मेरा status? You put a status for information, though देखेगा नहीं तो नहीं. Why are you worried? But an excited fellow. Uparamita person never gets unnecessarily excited. Okay? This sthiti we have to achieve slowly. Shanaihi uparamit. How do you do that? Buddhya dhruti gruhitaya. Yesterday we have said your buddhi should be convinced of your goal. That convinced buddhi of the goal should have that firmness and willpower with which we have decided that we don't involve in any things or beings or projects which are not our goal. That's called buddhya dhruti gruhitaya. Buddhi is conviction. Dhruti means fortitude. A buddhi which is convinced, but the willpower fortitude is not there, that conviction doesn't work there. Willpower and fortitude is there, but you're not convinced about anything, तब भी जाकर you will be getting outward or extroverted. Therefore, buddhi होना चाहिए in which you are convinced of the goal. Dhruti भी होना चाहिए कि I'll refuse to get distracted. I gave example yesterday, the children who want to score good marks at the time of before the exams, with that buddhi convinced about wanting to achieve good marks, dhruti gruhitaya buddhya, with that resolution, they don't attend to anything else. Therefore, they focus and they study, they excel also. Others, they either have the conviction to get good marks, nor even they have the gruhita buddhi. Therefore, they only look for outside people to call them, so that they throw the books and go, and in exam they write nothing, they get nothing. How important are these things? You see, shanaihi shanaihi paramet. Slowly, slowly learn to be with yourself. That you do by buddhi, which is convinced about the goal. To that conviction, add the dhruti, the fortitude, the firmness. Dhruti gruhitaya buddhya shanai shanai parametu. Then what? Atma samstam mana krutva na kinchidapi chintayet. For us, the Atma samstam mana krutva means mind is focused only in following the means to reach the goal. Na kinchidapi chintayet. Even the mind is capable of thinking thousand things, don't allow it. So, to for a spiritual seeker, Atma Samstha Manakartva is already the knowledge of the self is gained from Shastra. He is focusing on that self which is inside with the mind. Only in that Samadhi Dhyana Abhyasa he is there. Nakinchidapi Chintayeta is not entertaining any thought. Okay, this is not the last two things. But even while doing all that, success will not come immediately because the habit of the mind to run here and there. Therefore, wherever mind is going, again bring it back. Again it goes, again bring back. In that way, with lot of years of practice, you can see that the mind never anywhere goes other than where you want it to be applied. That is what is said in the next shloka. Yato yato nishcharati manah sancharamasstiram tatastato niyamya itadatmanya vashamnayat. These are the simple things, but very, very important. Having spoken on that thought also, the summary of all these three shlokas, tomorrow we'll discuss. Thank you. Om संकल्प प्रभवान कामान त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः मनसैवेन्द्रिय ग्रामं विनियम्य समन्ततः शनैः शनैरुपरमेतो बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत् प्रभुचरित्र सुनिवेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मनवसिया. And today's common sense thought is what? Your capacities, your duties. Do that. Don't get stressed up because of unwanted indulgences. Live a stress-free life of joy and contentment of doing what is to be done. And you yourself be wise enough. Don't need to give to chance to others to tell. If you are not wise enough, at least take advice from others and become wiser in not wasting your vital energies and talents in unwanted things. And when you have to perform the duties for your life and growth and sustenance, you are left with no energies and all, then you are stressed up. And that stress through the mind, intellect, percolates the whole body, physiological problems will come, psychological problems will come. Then अब जी के क्या करे जब दिले टूट गया. In that way you enter into the state of guilt, state of what is say failure, state of depression, state of what do you call that as no charm in living life. Pessimism आ जाता है. आने मत देना. And we have seen big officers in this world, very capable, सब talents है. But instead of using them for the work, they've wasted their vital energies in unnecessary indulgences on the name of entertainment and bhog. How many people in how many fields, great future they had. Cricket field में देखो, how many people instead of succeeding fallen down. And those who have succeeded, why they succeeded? Because they have not allowed the stress to come, because they disciplined their life to avoid what is not to be done. सिनी फील्ड में देखो, पॉलिटिकल फील्ड में देखो, हर जगह पे. अदरवाइज बेटा देखो, जो भी मन में आए मनमानी करते रहोगे ना, सारे ताकत सारे दिमाग की क्या एकाग्रता चले जाते हैं. सच पर्सन इवन ए स्मॉल वर्क गिवन आल्सो इट इज ए स्ट्रेस फॉर हिम. बेटा एक गिलास पानी ले आना. Even bringing a glass of water for father or दादाजी is a stress to this fellow. इसको ले जाके एक पानी के बॉडी में डुबा देना चाहिए. He is not worthy of living. Why that moroseness or dullness? Because he is becoming so weak in indulging in watching TV and all. उसको पता ही नहीं चल रहा कि उसके कारण इतना थकावट हुआ. एक छोटा सा काम जो दादा पापा ने दिया, प्रेम से वो पानी लाने का नहीं कर सकते. What a wretched life. Such fellow, how will we tomorrow become the civil engineer or contractor to build a big dam for the water? जो नियर पार के लिए नहीं ला सकता, वो कल इंजीनियर कैसा बनेगा? आज नीर लाएगा, कल इंजीनियर बनेगा. आज छोटे काम के लिए रो रहा है Already the world knows this fellow is unfit for any work because he can't do work even for his mother and father. How will he do for us? इसलिए कोई उसको नौकरी नहीं देंगे. If you are not getting job means the totality has discovered that you are an unworthy fellow. If you are worthy, 10 लोग आकर आपको नौकरी देते. Therefore, what is that unworthiness? Know it and remove it. How to become worthy? Know and become. That is what is your job today. Common sense thought. Thank you. We'll continue tomorrow. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam. Thanks and all the best all. See you tomorrow, friends. Hari